friends, and welcome back to another video. And in this video I'll be talking about the Salt and Stone SPF 50 Tinted Sunscreen Stick. So before I bought this sunscreen, I've never even heard of the brand Salt and Stone. I was scrolling through ZALORA, like under their lifestyle and beauty section, trying to see what are the different sunscreens that there are, and I chanced upon this brand. And when I did more research, they're actually founded in LA, California, and they are all natural and they only use organic ingredients. So that immediately caught my interest. So I was like, I should check it out, read more about this sunscreen. So this brand is 100% cruelty free, so they don't do any testing on animals. Also, they don't have any artificial coloring or fragrances, and they also don't have any sulfate, silicone, any petrochemicals, parabens. So overall it sounded like it's a great brand, and also it is mineral based and it's reef safe and it's completely all natural. So it just sounded like a great sunscreen to try. So I bought this on ZALORA for $27. I mean, it's not exactly cheap, but I don't think it's very pricey either. So this sunscreen has 4 key ingredients, which are cocoa seed butter, sunflower seed oil, vitamin E, and shea butter. So right off the bat, one thing that I loved about this sunscreen is that it's tinted. So it's a stick sunscreen and it has a slightly tinted color. So when I applied it, there's no white cast, which is great, because I feel like, especially for mineral based sunscreen at such high SPF, this is SPF 50, it's quite hard to find sunscreens that don't leave a white cast. So this was great. Like when I apply it on my skin, you can barely even see that there's any sunscreen on. And I also love the fact that it is a stick sunscreen, because it is so easy to apply and get into all the corners of your faces, and especially on the go, you don't want to be touching your face. We are in the middle of a pandemic, so it's even more reason not to be touching your face. So this was, it's very easy, small, convenient, and you can just pop in your bag. It's quite a small size, so you can just bring it on the go and reapply it. So I really like the convenience factor of this. So moving on to the formulation of the sunscreen, personally I feel like it does apply quite smoothly. I can just rub it on and I know that the product is there, so I don't mind how it applies, but I feel like it does apply a thick layer, so you can feel that there is something on your face when you apply it. There's I don't know how to say it, but you just feel like there's a very thick layer. So I don't think many people might like that feeling, but personally for me, I'm okay with it. It makes me feel good knowing that I can feel the sunscreen on my face, it's well protected. But I feel like, especially if you have oily skin or even combination skin, you might feel like this is a little bit too much, because when you see the ingredients, there's a lot of oil based, or shea butter, sunflower seed oil, so it is very heavy on the moisturizing aspect, but it almost has a very waxy consistency, so you feel like there is something on your face. So it's not the best sensation, but once I put powder on top of my sunscreen, I feel like the feeling goes away, so I'm okay with it. And also this applies on matte, so especially in Singapore when it's so humid, I don't want to feel even more oily or have the shine after I apply my sunscreen. So the fact that this applies on matte is a great plus. But having said all this, I do think there are some downsides to this sunscreen. I mean, in my skincare routine, I do moisturize my face before applying the sunscreen, but even then, sometimes it doesn't glide on that smoothly and there are some like flakiness that comes out. I'm not sure if it's like this specific sunscreen or like I got a bad batch of the sunscreen, but sometimes it is quite flaky. I think you can even see it now, like there are some like flakiness in the sunscreen, so it doesn't apply on super smoothly. So I would have to go in with my fingers to rub it in, so that's kind of annoying sometimes, because like you would want the sunscreen to just, you know, apply very smoothly. And another thing is that it kind of has a weird smell. I know this is like artificial fragrance free, so I guess the smell does come from all the active ingredients, but it smells a bit like wax. Like how candles would smell before they are like perfumed. Yeah, it kind of has a weird smell, but when you apply it on the face, it doesn't, like, you can't really smell it, so I guess I'm okay with it. And the third thing is that, I mean, a small issue, but you know, it screws to release the sunscreen, so when I open it and it comes out, when I screw it back the other way, it doesn't go back in. Like, I'm not sure if all of this sunscreen work like that. Like, it's kind of a bit annoying. Like, sometimes I just want to open it a bit more to apply and I want to close it back, but screwing it the other way doesn't make it go in, so I just manually push it in. I mean, minor issue, but you know, I would have preferred if it can, you know, screw either ways. Okay, so let me just apply this to my face to show how it applies on. It's very easy to get into all the corners and like creaks of your faces. Yeah, so this is what I meant, like when skin is a little bit dry, because I only moisturized my face a while back. It is a bit hard to apply. Blend your face a little bit. But yeah, the white cast is really not very obvious, so I've just gone to add some powder to my face, and I'm literally sitting in sunlight. Like, the sunlight is directly shining on my face, and even then I don't look like I'm shining in the light, you know. So yeah, I think whatever like oiliness that it leaves behind, it can totally be fixed with some powder. So in conclusion, for a mineral sunscreen of such high SPF, to not leave any white cast is really very appealing, because I feel like most of the times, especially with mineral sunscreen, it does have like a very chalky like appearance, and it is quite hard to blend in. So you know, you don't want to spend your morning every day trying to like blend it in so you don't look like a ghost. So that is a huge plus point of this. And also the fact that it's tinted, you know, it further minimizes whatever white cast that you might have. And personally for me, when I apply it on, like, I don't even like see any white cast, and even if I do, it's mostly around my forehead area, and if I just blend it in very quickly, it almost disappears. And also, as someone with dry skin, it is quite moisturizing, so you know, it's another great bonus. Whatever disadvantages it has, be it in terms of the application and whatever like little particles that it leaves behind, I do think that the advantages outweigh it. So whether I might repurchase this again, I would certainly love to try other products from their line. I love that they are animal cruelty free and they are all natural. And especially with someone who has like allergies to sunscreen, I try not to use chemical sunscreens. I try to use mineral sunscreens. So yeah, it's a great brand. I think if you have very oily skin, this particular sunscreen might not be the best for you, but you know, sure, you guys can try it. I've had a great first like use or introduction to this brand, and I'm certainly willing to try other items. So yeah, so that's all for my review. If you guys liked it, you can subscribe to my channel, and see you guys in my next video.